So the woman which almost died in this video is sitting right now next to me. So she clearly didn't die enough. Do you remember? We were there together. I was filming and you were filming as well. And you were almost hit by a racing car. How did it happen?
Yes, I remember it clearly. And even today, I can still remember the moment when I was almost hit, how excited and how scared I was. I was like suddenly jump out like a rabbit running away from a fox. So we were at the racing in Poland, right? We were watching the racing. It was like, in what region was it?
In Silesia, it was Silesian Rally. And
we found a very popular place.
Very nice place, very good place, a lot of action.
It's a very open place and we can see a lot of things.
Yes. So how it even happened that you went to watch rally racing competition?
Oh, it was because you are interested in it in general, and you proposed to me that we can go to watch together. And at the beginning, I thought, racing was for men, not girls sports. So I was skeptical about this. But when you start the first time, then naturally it comes the second and third time. So then I started to have interest in this activity because we were this activity, this racing, it almost never happened in China. Maybe it happens somewhere, but it's not very popular, and people cannot just go so close to the road of the racing to see the cars passing by, and without too much interference of the policemen or barriers.
Yes. So from all the racing series, I think that rally racing is really the only one when the fans, the audience can be so close to the real action. And of course, it must be safe, because in the past there were a lot of accidents and people died. Actually, even last year in Poland, there were accidents in which, unfortunately, one of the drivers passed away. And also some photographers were hit by the car because they were standing in the very wrong place. So the accidents still happen and the safety is important. In this video, it looks quite dramatic, but we can tell you that we were safe. It's just a very interesting angle from I was filming my wife back then, which looks like the car was almost about to hit her, but it was few meters of distance. Still, I called her to move away just in case, because we don't want to risk too much. And how did it even happen that you were filming yourself, turned back to the cars? Because we published a short video with this footage, which got some views, and people were, of course, a little bit concerned about it. How can you stand back to the cars?
Yes,
so what was happening? What happened? What were you doing?
Because for the first half of the race, it was very boring, right? The cars drove very safely. They didn't want to risk. It was a tricky place in the change of the road, the material of the road change, right? So it was very difficult.
Well, first of all, why you were even filming yourself at all?
Well, because I was just found my passion on the sports, and I would like to share with my friends and family that I am at a place watching this very passionate sport.
Right. It was some time ago, so I see that you don't remember. You already had this channel, and we were making a video for this channel. So we were filming certain shots. We wanted to film you with the cars, and the idea for the video would be that there will be moments when you talk, you describe your experience, your impression, and in between of these talking parts, there will be shots of some action, you with the cars. So we wanted to film some short fragments in which there will be cars passing behind you. So it was all planned from the beginning, yes. And I was filming exactly this, filming you with the car behind you, and I took care that nothing bad can happen. That's why in this video you can hear that I scream, "Look out," in the certain moments, so she can move away. So that was the idea. It was not her own isolated decision. It was kind of organized and under certain control. There were also people closer than us, much closer than us. There were people closer to the road. They also had to, jump away. The point is that we were really not in a very dangerous place. It just looks so funny.
Yes, it reminds me of that thing bowling. Like a lot of when car drives there.
Well, I mean, it's not that funny when you see videos when it really happens. There are videos from the accidents when the car drives into the crowd and people were flying in the air like a bowling pins, really.
Yeah, I was thinking it was nothing, really nothing.
The driver,
he was very far away from you.
Yeah, and he was approaching very fast. This driver, he used to drive quite dynamically. People liked him because he was driving like crazy. So he approached the turn very dynamically, but after the turn itself, when he already was on the grass, he was already braking. So he was much, much slower before he came closer to us. Remember later, on the next race, a few weeks later, we met this driver.
Which one is it?
The blonde guy.
Cześć, tu Piotrek. Pozdrawiamy z rajdu Wisły i zapraszamy do oglądania.
A pilot?
Cześć, z tej strony Damian. Zapraszamy na odcinki. Będzie super rywalizacja.
Pozdrawiamy, dziękujemy.
Cześć.
He was quite shy when we met him, and but he seemed to be nice. We reminded him this moment, and he remembered that he went off the road. He didn't even notice us. From his perspective, he hit a camera. There was some camera very close to the road, so he remembered that, but he didn't even remember that he was so close to the people because apparently he just wasn't as close. But it was a very fun adventure. I think. Do you know that this sport, rally racing, is not as popular as it was 20, 30 or even 40 years ago?
How? I see that many people
That
like
is nothing. This is very to people. The best times of rally racing are in the past, unfortunately. Now, I thought that first of all, when we were in Poland, because we were living actually close in the south of Poland when we were in Poland, close to the few areas, few locations where every year there is a rally racing organized. And we went to few events to observe and to film, to meet the teams, drivers and pilots. It was very nice. And I think that really it's a shame that not so many people care about this sport anymore. It's really very attractive compared to other motorsports competition. I think there's nothing better and it's free. At least most of the small events, because the World Rally Racing Series, I think there are some tickets, at least for best places in the route. People have to buy tickets. But in this, Polish Championship where we were, it's free entrance, right? And it's so much fun. And we can see new places, see some people. There are not as many people as in the past, but we could see some people. And do you remember after this adventure on the next race, some people even recognized you.
Yes.
Even some drivers. We talked with drivers and some of them recognized you.
Yes.
So it was kind of like creating a bond between the teams and the audience and the fans. Very nice.
Yes. I felt that I was like suddenly become famous because I was almost hit.
Right. Well, the important thing we should mention, if you go, you should always be very careful, yes? Because it's, first of all, no sense to risk your life and health, but also, for the drivers, if they hit somebody, I think it's very stressful for them. And they want to drive fast.
Very careful when they get close to.
Sure, but it's a competition. They want to win. The audience, we want to see that they drive as fast as they can, yes? This is the show. And for them to drive fast, they have to be sure that even if they make some mistake, they will not hit any person. I imagine so, at least.
I think this is a part which attracts people. There is a risk.
People want to see mistakes. People, I think, certainly want to see even accidents, but nobody wants to see other people getting hurt.
No.
So here is kind of the line, yes. And when the drivers make some, some adventures out of the route, we don't want them to be hurt as well. They can ruin the car if they make a mistake. This is the nature of the sport, the competition, but we want everybody to be safe. I think that this is one of the most interesting things we did in Poland to watch this competition.
Yes, yes,
Would you agree?
yes.
And is it interesting enough that you would want to travel to other countries specifically to see a rally competition?
Oh, I don't know that. I didn't think about it.
There are fans which travel around the world from one race to the other. There are many rally competitions in Europe. So it would be much easier because countries are so close. For us to go to Germany or to Czech Republic, I think it would be no problem at all.
I think if it's like a very concentrated plan, or do you know what I mean? You mean like like in 1 week, every day there are competitions, not like this week on weekend and in 2 weeks another weekend. It's like
So I think
the
it's not
time is
that popular that every day there is a race, and usually the race is during the weekend. That's true, but still I think it's a great adventure. And if you come to Poland, because many people visit Poland in last years, Poland became quite popular destination for tourism, you may consider to check earlier if there will be any racing happening, because this could be very nice adventure for you to see.
I'm wondering what are the achievements of Polish drivers? Are they really the best drivers
No.
in Europe and in the world?
No, but we had good drivers. None of them was one of these top champions.
So can you
there are few.
convince me that it will be very exciting, very good show for people?
Oh, you never know. But look, we went a few times, and sometimes it was really local show with really not many fast cars. But it was fun even when there were all the small cars, Polish Fiat or historical cars. I think it is fun. Even in the small shows, small racing, it's something new, something refreshing.
Okay, maybe for you, your interest is more than me because you know cars better. For people who don't know car too much, what do we see in this racing? We just want to wait for the exciting moment, the accident, and
I think it's the whole show is so intense that people don't have to recognize what car is what brand. They don't have to know the names of the teams, the drivers and pilots. They don't have to understand the rules. Just being so close to the whole action is such an attraction already that people will enjoy it by itself. Also, if it's beautiful weather like this day, people can make a picnic. They make a grill, they bring a beer, there is a music. It's a great fun, I think.
yes.
And sometimes, like this time, we have even more excitement than usually. So in any case, now we are in China, and in China it's much harder to find any show, any competition, which would be nearly enough as attractive as this one. I was trying to look for something. There was some rumors that there is some rally racing in China, but it's so hard to find any confirmation. So I'm really not sure. We didn't find anything yet. In any case, in this video, we just want to share with you something which you might be not familiar. You may watch the other videos. We started to talk more. We did a lot of hiking. Now you can see that this is also one of our passion.
Yes. We invite people to join us.
All right. So,
and see you in Poland in the rally racing.
All around the world. Tell us what you think and whether you've ever been in rally racing competition.
Okay. See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.